We're all enjoying life. It's just so busy that I don't feel like there's a big mental break. It's just like wave after wave after wave after wave. And then like Sunday, we just went out to Target to get some jeans and adopted a dog. If we stop, we're just gonna get overwhelmed. We're just gonna get overwhelmed with stuff. It's just gonna like crash down on us. I feel like I'm like on a treadmill and I'm not controlling it. I've talked to a lot of patients. I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, I've heard lately a lot of people saying, I'm really busy. Sometimes it can be overwhelming for us if we don't carve out that time for ourselves, whatever that time is, whether it's an hour in the morning, meditating, coffee outside on your deck, watching the sunrise, a walk with your dog in the evening, let the day kind of drift off of you. I think it needs to be planned though. And if it's not planned, it's not under your control. And it allows us to take back some of that craziness, the wave. It allows us to kind of control some of that. Pick and choose the wave you're gonna take, generally, if you're doing it right. If you're not doing it right, it's hard to get space and time for ourselves and really take a mental break. We create scenarios around these things. So it's like I go home, I'm gonna say hi to my wife, I'm gonna play with my kids, take my dog for a walk, and it's like you're busy. Once you get home, you're back into the same thing you do at work. We set up a strategy because I believe as human beings, we're animals of habit and we're also social. And so we create that connectivity and we want to be a part of other things, which is great. But if we don't disconnect and allow ourselves that space, and so that's why things recently in the last 10 years or so, and even like back in the 70s, there was this idea of meditation. But meditation's kind of gotten this, oh, it's tough. I got to sit there and be bored. It's really not what meditation is, but it's okay. When you come to a place and you dedicate some time and energy to an acupuncture treatment, let's say, it makes you go, okay, this is my time. And I hear that from a lot of patients. This is my time. When I come here, this is my time. So it's not just them feeling better. It's them getting that mental break that they couldn't get. And I think it's really hard at home. Because like, at home, what do? Okay, I'm bored, I'm gonna read. Like very seldom do we just sit and stare at the wall or stare out into space or create that safe space for ourselves. It's very rare, I think, that the average person sets aside and puts it in their calendar, so to speak. When you create an appointment, it's in a calendar, we send you an appointment time, you put it down, you know you need to be there, right? And you can do that at home even for yourself. You create a calendar for yourself. A lot of people use an app on a phone or you just write it on a piece of paper and you say, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up, I'm gonna take 30 minutes, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna just stare at the trees and watch the birds. It allows your system to recalibrate. I've heard from patients that come in, they really like coming in, coming back, getting additional treatments after their first course of treatment. And not only is it for the pain management side of things or whatever their health concerns are, but a lot of people express that this is the only place they can get a break. It allows them to rest. The way the healing room is set up, we have real pleasant music. It's relaxing. There's sound machines. We use the zero gravity chairs, so it's really comfortable and relaxing. The needles are doing, their thing with the nervous system and the cardiovascular system. So you're automatically going from that fight or flight or the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic, so you're relaxing. It's interesting, you got multiple people in the back, up to 5 at a time, and people are they're usually sleeping or in a more mellow state. I have a vet that comes and sees me, and we were talking about how the acupuncture helps him, and it's helping him with his pain, but one of the big things it's helping him with that he didn't expect was that he cannot sleep. He's not an old guy, he's a younger guy. He's, I wanna say mid-30s. He says that even when he's sleeping, he can hear his wife in the room 3 rooms away. The way his brain is wired now from PTSD is that he can hear things while he's sleeping. The thing with our clinic feels like, this is like a comfortable place I can relax finally. And not only that, the needles are doing, the acupuncture is doing something. So it's the only place he can relax. Should we share with our family members that we are going to take time for ourselves? And I believe, yes, we should. Because letting other people know how important this time is to us, and you explain to them, look, this is gonna make me a better person, allow me to serve you better, then there's teamwork going on. and they understand, and then they'll be, they're gonna mess up and come in, and kids especially if they're younger, they're gonna invade your space, right? Allows you, I think, a safer and a little bit more of a controlled environment around that. So yes, sharing would be optimal. Not hiding, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. Maybe you could do that the first couple of times and try it out. Like say, okay, I'm gonna just go over here and see if this works for me. Holy crap, what does work for me? Okay, I'm gonna try this for 30 days. See what happens. Sharing it with your family that this is something important to you is, I believe, 100% the way to proceed.